Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and what an exciting time of year it is for sports, so I'll get right into all the big events that took place this week. We're only about 3 months away from NFL kickoff, and the hype is starting to build again for the new season, thanks to the draft. Round 1 took place yesterday, and let's take a look at the first 32 names that were called. To start, my prediction of Aiden Hutchinson going first was incorrect, to many people's surprise. The other big stories were the shocking trades that went down. The Ravens traded star receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown to the Arizona Cardinals for their pick. The other massive wide receiver, both literally and figuratively, that was traded was A.J. Brown. He will be leaving the Tennessee Titans and will be joining the Philadelphia Eagles on a 4-year, $100 million contract. If I had to pick teams that quote-unquote won the draft, I'd give it to the New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Round 2 and 3 start at 4 p.m. today, and rounds 4 through 7 begin tomorrow at 9 a.m. The draft is always a little bittersweet to me. We get some exciting stories, and like I said, we get all worked up and excited for football season. Then the weekend ends, and we have to wait again for more football. Training camps usually begin around mid to late July, and the preseason games start on August 4th, and the first game of the year is on September 8th. In reality, it's not too much of a wait time, but to me, it feels like an eternity. In the meantime, we still have playoff basketball to enjoy. So far, I'd say the biggest surprise was the Boston Celtics' complete sweep of the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics have moved on to the next round and will be playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who took out the Chicago Bulls 4-1. Also in the East, the number 1 seed Miami Heat have moved past the Atlanta Hawks and into round 2. They will now play the Philadelphia 76ers. Heading over to the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors are back in championship form and will be facing the winner of the Grizzlies and Timberwolves series, which Game 6 will be played tonight. And the Phoenix Suns are moving on to play the Dallas Mavericks. The bracket is slowly becoming smaller, and the fight for the Larry O'Brien Trophy is still very contentious. Still holding out hope that the Suns will make it all the way to the championship round, but there are several very talented teams in the West, Warriors and Grizzlies to name a few, that might stand in their way. Not only do we have playoff basketball, but now playoff hockey is about to start. The games will begin on Monday, May 2nd, and the LA Kings have clinched a spot in the playoffs for the first time since the 2017-2018 season. They will take on the Edmonton Oilers in the first round of the Western Conference. While we got one hometown team in the playoffs, the other didn't bode quite so well. The Ducks were eliminated from playoff contention a few weeks ago, but that didn't prevent them from staying in the national headlines. Team captain and 17-year Ducks veteran Ryan Getzlaf has played his final game in a Ducks uniform and will enter into retirement. Throughout his 1,157 games, Getzlaf put up 737 assists and 1,019 points, all of which are franchise records, as well as a Stanley Cup victory in 2007. Chants of his name rang throughout a crowd of just about 18,000 people on Sunday night, and the cherry on top was Getzlaf's behind-the-back pass to Adam Henrique for a goal with just under 3 minutes to play in the game. Several touching tributes and speeches were given before and after the game, and Ducks fans everywhere are eternally grateful for all that Ryan Getzlaf has done in his career in Anaheim, and we wish him all the best in his next life journey. Over on the Diamond, the Angels are still holding on to second place in the American League and are only half a game behind the New York Yankees. As of Thursday morning, the Angels lead the MLB in runs scored and are on a solid winning streak. Over in the National League, the Dodgers are also in third place and are only 1 game behind the second place San Francisco Giants, and the Padres are down a little ways in 5th. All 3 of these teams are in the top 10 overall in the MLB, so our SoCal teams are looking pretty solid in the beginning of the season. All 3 of these teams have games every day this weekend, so be sure to tune in and support our local teams. And if you're able to watch a game in person, some Angels tickets are as low as $5 or $6, and Dodgers can be as low as $15 or $20. The weather's starting to feel like summer again, so it's the perfect time of year to go catch a ball game in the park. There's no F1 race this weekend, but we were treated to a great one last weekend. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix was held last Sunday, and all eyes were on Team Ferrari. Current leader Charles Leclerc and his teammate Carlos Sainz were both on track for a big weekend when disaster struck. McLaren driver Daniel Ricciardo nudged Sainz off the track and into the gravel, ending his race on the opening lap. There was some rain on and off throughout the day, which caused the track to be a bit tricky. Leclerc was able to work his way into third when he then spun out on lap 54 and fell into 9th place. Amazingly, he was still able to finish the race in 6th. On the other hand, Red Bull had its most memorable race yet. Racers Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez took 1st and 2nd place respectively. Red Bull celebrated tremendously on the podium after a very well-deserved victory. The next race is a major one, as it is the first ever race in Miami. The Miami Grand Prix will take place on May 6th through the 8th, and it should be another fun one. Be sure to tune in next Friday for more sports news, highlights, and more on Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend.